Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where on the globe you are. Hey, it's Insane Rider, and welcome to the channel, The Budget Gamer. Been trying to get this stream out for the last few hours. Unfortunately, I ran into some technical difficulties, and hope to have everything rolling and ready to go now. I'm actually debuting a new software. I'm going to give some facial recognition software a try to see how it does. And just kind of keep an eye on it. I think I've got it kind of tuned up well. And let's just dive right into things. So to start, as you all know, we had a new expansion come out. A1 Apex, Mythical Islands. And I did an opening last night. And I felt quite lucky overall. Opened up a number of good packs. However, I didn't get everything I was looking for, but that's okay. I know that I'll get there soon enough. But what I'd like to do tonight is there was one card that I think we're all kind of sleeping on, and it was the Celebi card, Celebi EX. And that card is a pretty amazing card. And so I want to run you through a quick build that I have going. And from there, we'll just kind of see if we can play some matches and see how it looks. Okay. So let me go ahead and jump over to this deck. Here's what I'm running for this build right now, and it could change. But right now I've got 2 Snivy, 2 Servines, 2 Celebi EX, 2 Potions, 1 X Speed, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Ericas, 1 Giovanni, and 2 Sabrinas. Now let me go ahead and we'll just get diving right into this. There's that list once again. So 2 Celebi EX, 2 Snivy, 2 Servine, 2 Serperior, 2 X Speed, 1 X Speed, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Erica, 1 Giovanni, and 1 Sabrina. Okay, so let's see how this goes tonight. Gonna fire up some matches here. Going into versus random match, there's my deck, and off we go for a battle. Let's see how the cards treat me tonight. And again, I'm debuting some new facial recognition software, so I'm actually kind of tuned into this at the same time, just trying to fine-tune that while I play. And slowly over time, just building on my technology stack to get more things up and operational. I'm actually seeing a little bit of issues with my facial recognition right now, so I'll be also working on that. So, got a Celebi EX to the active spot. Snivy onto the bench. And with that, it finishes my turn. Okay, let's see what my opponent's got going. There's a Tails. So, a couple days ago, that literally wiped me out. Misty on the very first turn. 3 water energy, Articuno, 80 points of damage to my Vulpix, and I was out of the battle before I even got started. Alright, but a little bit better this time. So, let's start off. We're going to go ahead and give Celebi the energy. I'm going to start with a Pokeball. Got a Snivy. Let's put Snivy on the bench. Using my Professor's Research next. A Serperior and another Celebi. I'll put that on the bench as well. Don't have enough energy to attack or anything else at this point, so I will end my turn. Oh, well, as quick as we got started, my opponent decided to move on. They probably saw and has already heard about this deck and didn't even want to give it a try. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We'll still say thanks anyways. And let's try another battle. Letting it load up. Make an adjustment to my facial recognition. Okay. Celebi to the active spot. That's all I have, and with that I'll start the battle. So the strategy on this is really simple. Get Celebi to the active spot. Hopefully make your evolutions get Serperior to the bench, and start feeding energy to Celebi for hopefully big damage if the coin flips go your way. All right, I got 2 Pokeballs, and of course Erica's in this deck for heals. I have 2 potions as well, so I've got double the heal coverage. Go ahead and put Snivy on the bench. And another Pokeball. That allows me for another Celebi on the bench. And not a whole lot else I can do, so I'm going to end my turn. So while I'm waiting for my opponent, I'm just going to do some quick facial recognition. So right eye partial wink, left eye partial wink, eyebrows, mouth to the right, mouth to the left. All right, looks like it's working pretty good right now. Okay, so water deck. Let's start off with a evolution of Snivy to Servine. Gonna go ahead and give Celebi 1 energy. No need to use a potion, and with that, that's the end of my turn. Starting next turn, I can only start flipping a coin, working on some damage. Let's see here. There's Starmie, so this is going to be a tough match here. 90 points right out of the gate. So Celebi is a 1 energy for retreat. So at this point, I'm going to start off by getting my evolution. I'm 1 step closer. There's the energy I'm looking for. I'm going to go ahead and at this point, I'm going to retreat my Celebi, put the other one in the active spot. I'm going to assign an energy, and with my Serperior on the bench, that's going to give me 2. I'm going to go ahead and add a Giovanni, because I want to try to get this Starmie down as quick as possible. And with that, 2 coin flips. Let's see how the coin flips treat me. All right, 2 heads. Off to a good start. Powerful bloom. Very nice. All right, Starmie down to 20 health. My opponent. Let's see where they're headed. Probably going to retreat the Starmie would be my thought. Articuno to the bench. Probably making a move forward. Misty, going to try to feed it some energy. First time didn't go very well. What can I say? A lot of luck so far. Misty's failed my opponent twice, so that's got to be frustrating for my opponent. And with that, my opponent's thinking about their next move. They went for the attack. Okay, Professor's Research. I need to... Let's see what I can get here. What does Professor Oak have in store for me? Another Snivy to the bench. That's good for. I'll take that. What I'm going to do right now is I know that I'm staring down some pain and suffering there if I keep my Celebi in the active spot. My Starmie, that Starmie's only down to... so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go ahead and retreat. Putting the Snivy into the active spot. Going to assign an energy to Snivy. That gives me the 2 I need. And with that, I'm going to throw Vine Whip. Alright, that gives me a 2-0 lead. So the flexibility of having Serperior on the bench is really helping out. Okay, Articuno to the active spot for my opponent. 2 Misties have already been played, 0 energies she's given. Looks like I'm staring down a nice wing attack. And my opponent's going to ask me to pull somebody else forward. So let's go ahead and put my Serperior into the active spot. And with that, there's a nice wing attack. Brings me down to 70 health. I'm going to need 2 energy. I'm missing an X speed. Could use that right now. So I am going to... I'm looking at an 80-point hit coming up. I really... but that Articuno... I've got... let's see how I could play this out. So first of all, probably what I'm going to do... Let's just go ahead and use my Erica. And I'm going to go ahead and place, let's see. I need 4 energy to attack. So let's put 1. That'll give me 2. That'll let me retreat. So I'll pull this card back and swap with the other Snivy. And with that, I will execute a Vine Whip. So just a little shell game here of retreating and moving around the Pokemon that are getting damaged, trying to keep me in the game. All right, Articuno. Opponent starts off with Professor's Research. We know Misty cards are out. I heal up to 120. Another heal, 140. Articuno is powered up. Here comes a Blizzard. That brings my EX in the back down to 10. Okay, so with that, let's go. I'm kind of in a tough spot here. Let's just go ahead and put my 10 health here. 10 or 30 is not going to make a difference. Alright, so we'll start off with yeah, just struggling a little bit here. Well, we know we're going to move Sabrina into... Let's go ahead and get that done with. Staryu to the front. Going to throw a couple potions on this. This is it here. It's either win or lose on this one right now. So Staryu is a 50 health Pokemon. I've got 1 attack. I'm going to fire off. And there it is. That gives me my 3rd point. And a victory. Celebi EX over Starmie Articuno deck with Misty. We'll take that victory. So we're 2 wins so far, although the first one was just a concede. Toggle through here real quick, tap through, send us thanks. Starting a new battle. I'll do another facial recognition check real quick. Let's see, eyebrows, mouth. All right, looking pretty good. Okay, let's see what I'm up against this time. Okay, I'm gonna win the coin flip, unfortunately, which means I'm going first. I do have a Snivy to go from my hand to the bench. And with that, that's about all I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the battle. A Mewtwo EX active spot right away. All right, let's start with a Pokeball. Let's see if we can get a little bit of engagement going here. Celebi EX to the bench. Professor's Research. Professor Oak, help us out. Sabrina, Servine. So at this point, I think I will play an X speed. I'm going to bring this card back. We really want to get Celebi into that active spot for engagement. No energy, anything I can do there. And at this point, my turn's done. Turn 2. First point of energy assignment to my opponent. Let's see what they got in mind. Professor Oak. Mewtwo EX on the bench. It'll be interesting to see come up with a deck with Mew EX and kind of pair those two off and see how that goes. Red card. I think anyone who follows my streams knows how I feel about red card. Sabrina, Servine, Professor's Research. I'll take it. Alright, so I'm going to start off by using a Professor's Research. Erica, Celebi. A Celebi to the bench. Snivy is going to go through an evolution to Servine. Erica and Sabrina kind of just kicking it on the bench right now. I think what I'll do, nothing really I can do, assign this energy to Celebi. Can't play a supporter card because I use Professor's Research. And with that, my turn is done. Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Thanks for tuning in and checking out this new Celebi EX Servine deck. All right, let's go ahead and put the other Celebi EX to the active spot. That matches along with our strategy. $50 points of damage from Mewtwo EX. And they've got their Curly already up, so they're just one card away with Gardevoir to really start dealing the damage. I'm going to go ahead and do an evolution to Serperior. That's my Gardevoir equivalent. 1 energy over to Celebi. I'm going to use my Sabrina. Tell her to pull the Mewtwo EX out of the active spot to the other card. And let's see if the coin flips can help us out with that Pokemon. Here we go. There's 1, and there's 2. Coin flips coming through for me tonight. That stops Gardevoir in its tracks. Gives me an early 1-0, and with that, my opponent conceded. Okay. We're up to 3-0. 2 concedes. One of them was a little premature, the first one. That one, I think they must have not had been dealt a great hand. May have been sitting on a brick hand. Make sure to send a thanks. And we'll get started with our next match. Okay. Level 28 has the new Mew icon. Very nice. Opened a ton of packs last night. Was pretty happy with the results. Did not pull a Pidgeot EX. Is it Pidgeot or Pidgeotto? That's one card I didn't pull, so I'm not even 100% sure on that. I could go look. Celebi to the active spot. Let's put Snivy on the bench. And with that, my turn is over. Now in Pokemon Go, the other Pokemon game I've played a lot of, I love my shiny Celebi. I have a perfect shiny Celebi and a perfect shiny Mew from Pokemon Go. My 2 probably most prized Pokemon that I've got from that game. Alright. No Pokeball, but I do have Professor's Research. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a little Professor's Research and see what he has in store for me. Okay, looks like we can get another evolution started on the bench. Gives me a little extra backup too to kind of swap Pokemon out like we did a couple matches ago to kind of distribute damage. Go ahead and give 1 energy there. And with that, I'm going to end my turn. So, we got matching decks here. Going to be more about luck or someone making a mistake. And they're sitting on the 2-star card. Looks really great. I saw a Crown Mew card. I didn't know that one existed, so I was pleasantly surprised to see that. I've only ever collected 1 Golden Crown card, and it was a Mewtwo. Alright, so let's gonna put a point on my active Pokemon. I'm gonna use Sabrina to pull that Servine forward. And what we need here is the same thing that happened earlier. We need to take out that setup Pokemon. And wow, outstanding night for me so far on coin flips. Okay, that gives me the early lead, 1-0. Mirror match. It's a great looking card. I looted what is it? I have a EX. I like actually the 4 diamond cards better when I'm playing matches. I don't necessarily like the big fancy cards. They look amazing, but for some reason I always find myself gravitating towards my regular 4 diamond EX cards. And there's 100 points of damage coming back at me. Professor Research. Let's see what Professor Research has in mind. Let's see if he can kind of bail me out of this. There's my other. That's a 3-star. The immersive card is really amazing. Although I'm really fond of just the regular 4 diamonds. Okay, so enough on that though. Let's go ahead and start with... I am going to... I could potentially do 150, but if I give up my card, I just don't think that's a wise thing to do. So I'm going to go ahead and retreat back, pop up front. There's Snivy. I'm going to put this one on the bench for a second. I'm willing to do a little trading here. Sacrifice one of my evolution Pokemon. So with that, I'm going to assign a point of energy there. I probably shouldn't have done that now that I think about it. And with that, my turn's over. I should have put that on my either my healthy Celebi or even my wounded one. Okay. They also have the three-star immersive. All right, let's see how the coin flips treat them. It's potential that I could just maybe come out of this with 50 points of damage. Or not. Wow, they're on fire as well. That ties the match up at 1. At this point, I'm going to have to put my other one in the driver's spot. That Pokeball's really not going to do me anything, but I'll get it out of my hand. Going to bring out Sabrina. We'll do a swap here. If nothing else, it keeps my opponent from getting up to a 4th coin flip. Definitely struggling on getting the cards I need. Go ahead and put this point over here. And I'm going to throw a couple heals on this one. And with that, I'm going to finish my turn. So I'm struggling a little bit on getting the cards I need. Serperior is nowhere to be found. Okay, my opponent well-timed Sabrina play. Gonna force my opponent to roll 3 heads to win this match. He's gonna have 4 tries. Let's see what's in store for me. Well, there's 1, 2. Oh, so I stay alive. But I'm definitely not in an advantageous position. Well, without an X speed, I'm going to have to use this energy just to pull that Pokemon off the active spot. I'll throw the Pokeball out knowing that it's not going to help me out with anything. I'm going to apply this 1 energy to my active Pokemon, all I can really do. Going to retreat back. And at this point, I'm just going to roll. I could have put Snivy in, but I think I'm just going to roll with the odds here and just either finish this match off. Or get lucky and win. Alright, so there we go. There's 100 points. So pushing my opponent to flip 3 heads out of 5. And this will pretty much be the match. Either they're going to make it and I'll be gone, or at that point I only need 1 out of 3. Well, now I'll need 2 out of 3. Okay. Still sitting at 2. Looks like they're running a very, very similar deck to what I have. All right, let's see. They need... Let's see how they do. Well, there you go. Very nice job by my opponent. 200 points. And with that, they win the match. So that was just a kind of a mirror match. Really came down to how you kind of were dealt the cards. But good match overall. Again, you can see the power of this deck. Send a thanks real quick. It'll be interesting to see in this upcoming weekend's tournaments how the meta starts to shake up. And I'm expecting it to be kind of volatile for 2 to 3 weeks at least until things settle in. I think there's going to be a lot more permeations of what the meta decks are going to look like compared to first release. Okay. EX to the active spot. I don't have anything else going on right now, so I'm going to start the battle officially. Professor's research, I'll take that. No Pokeball, so let's see what Professor Oak has in store for me. Can't use Potion, X-Speed's not going to help me. Erica, Sabrina, and a second Potion, so at this point, my turn is done, and we're going to start rolling. Turn 2. First point of energy, Articuno, active spot. Where's Misty? And will Misty be handing out a bunch of energy like candy? I am curious to see on the water decks with the Vaporeon card how that kind of gets melded into either like Articuno, Staryu, Articuno, Greninja, or maybe we'll see some Blastoise decks. That'd be cool to see some of those. 1 energy. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and take a nice swing for 40 points of damage. And just want to say thanks to everyone who's connected in. I appreciate you following the channel. Alright, look at all those item and supporter cards I'm sitting on. All my Pokemon are sitting somewhere in that deck. Well, I better start using these potions, because I know I'm facing an 80-point attack coming up. So that'll at least cover me there. Don't want to be too low. I do have Sabrina, so I'm going to ask Sabrina to bring the Staryu forward. I'm going to go ahead and assign my 1 energy to the only spot I can assign energy. And I'm not going to use another potion yet. Nothing else I can really do, so I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. Alright, so if my opponent has an X speed, they get, oh, well, that's even better yet, Starmie to the active spot. Oh, they're going to pull Starmie back. Articuno back to the driver's seat. A second Articuno. Man, that is a great looking card. And assigning that third point of energy. And with that, that's 80 points. I've yet to pull a Pokemon, a basic. I don't know. No Pokeball, no basic Pokemon. I'm kind of struggling. I've still got three basics in my deck, 2 Pokeballs on my deck, and they're nowhere to be found. So let's go ahead and I've got to try to weather the storm here. See if I can get something going. Well, 1 card. So let's start with an Erica. Ask her to throw me some heals. That gets me right to 80. I've got 1 potion left. That gets me back up to 100, so I can at least weather 1 more attack. Going to use this 1 point of energy I have, so I can finally start getting on the board with an attack. Let's see how the coin flips do for me. And no damage. Win some, you lose some. Okay, my bench is still looking really weak. I've got the lone Celebi EX out in the active spot, trying to hold it down for me. No help, nowhere in sight. Red card, thank you very much, because I needed something. There's a perfect example where red card's going to help me out, hopefully. Yes, at least pulled up another basic. Thank you again, opponent, for playing that red card. Alright, got a Pokeball. This is going to let me get my Snivy out on the table. To the bench, Snivy goes. To the bench, my other EX goes. Gonna add a third point, 20 points. I really need to come back. I don't want to leave that, have no choice but to retreat. Put the other EX into the active spot. Go ahead and assign it 1 point of energy. And with that, that's about all I can do. Got to play defensive with what I have. It's taken way too many rounds just to even get a bench Pokemon going. So I definitely haven't been dealt a very good hand this time around. Here comes another 80-point Blizzard. My back Pokemon, I'm in jeopardy here. Double jeopardy coming up if I don't do something. Pokeball. We know that there's a 10-point damage, as that's alone going to take out the EX in the back. Snivy to the bench. Servine. As an evolution. Okay. I'm looking at, even if I try to do damage, potentially getting all of them knocked out at once, if I was attacked with my active Pokemon. So I'm going to have to retreat. There's no question about it. I'm going to retreat. I'm going to bring back, let's put Snivy out in the active spot. In the meantime, I'm going to give a second point of energy to the EX. It's a little more healthy because we know that the other one's going to go down. And with that, I ended my turn. So this pairing, this water deck, very similar to the last one we beat, definitely has had the upper hand. Have not been dealt a very good hand to even really be competitive with. And with that double, that ends it right there. That's about all I could really do. Okay. Good job by my opponent. Again, so tonight, basically just kind of taking a look at this new Celebi EX card with Serperior supporting it, kind of like a Mewtwo EX Gardevoir combo. I will be streaming for about another 20-30 minutes, take a couple hour break, and then I'll be back on again with another live stream covering updated Blaine deck. I'm a huge fan of Blaine deck. It's an ultra budget deck. I call it an ultra budget deck because it has no more than 2 diamonds for the rarity of the Pokemon. It has no more than 1 evolution. So it's a relatively ultra easy build, a deck to build. And so I really like playing that one. I sometimes feel like it can be very competitive with the meta decks. So with the new Ponyta, the new Rapidash, very curious of what that's going to look like. So I'll be back in about around 8 o'clock my time. It's 5:40. So I'm going to stream for another 20-30 minutes and then transition out for a little bit and then come back online. Spent a little time in between working on my technology stack. All right, Skater Kids coming at me. Let's see here. So my technology stack, while we're getting this battle going, I'm running OBS Studio for the live streams. I'm using an application called Puppetry for my animated AI looking character and voice. I use Final Cut Pro for all my editing. I do everything from an iPad. Due to some disabilities I have, I'm not able to just sit like a regular streamer can and stream normally. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have to work with. So I do everything from an iPad, short of streaming, which forces me to I've got a Asus gaming computer that's running OBS. I'm using Cartoon Animator 5 for the animation you're seeing tonight. Let's see, Pokeball to get things started. Professor Oak, what do you have in store for me? Well, at least I have at least two more Pokemon to put on the bench this match. Much better than where I was the last match. 2 more onto the bench. Don't have anything else to do, so with that, I'll end the first turn. So, Cartoon Animator 5, and I also use, I have both motion capture for webcam and motion capture for iPhone. I wasn't aware, but iPhone motion capture is very sophisticated against a regular webcam due to the true depth camera technology that Apple uses for face recognition for like logging in and making purchases. So it's a huge difference in kind of gridding out my face to map my eyes and mouth and cheeks and eyebrows and everything else. Okay, Servine, going through the evolution there. I'm going to go ahead and assign my 1 energy to Celebi. X speed's not going to buy me anything. I really can't do anything else, so I'm going to end my turn. So the webcam maybe plots out about 40 dots across your face, where the iPhone version is more of a pro version, maps out like a couple hundred in a whole grid looking thing. So that's I've been working on this technology stack the last few days. Tried it out earlier this afternoon. Was having all kinds of issues. Couldn't even get a stream started due to low frame rates. But got it all worked out, and this is my first attempt with it right now. Okay, I'm going to send Snivy to be switched out. Pokeball for me. Gonna go ahead and get this Serperior on the bench. That's exactly what we're looking to do, is to get that to happen early. I'm staring at a Ralts over there. Let's go ahead and see if we can stop that Gardevoir before it makes it. So I'm going to bring the Ralts forward. I'm going to go ahead and use my Pokeball. Pull out my last Celebi. To the bench it's going to go. So I'm just trying to buy a little energy. Going to put this, oh, hold on. I'm going to use my X speed. Bring Snivy back. Going to put my powered up Celebi into the driver's spot. It's active. I'm going to give it some energy. And with that, I'm going to attack. I'm looking for 2. Wow, did not happen. So that's only 50 points of damage. So Ralts lives to see another day. Needed 2 of 4, only got 1 of 4. So that's kind of the summary of my technology stack with the Cartoon Animator 5 and the iPhone motion capture, the latest stuff. All in an attempt to live stream more often, sharing Pokemon TCG Pocket. Seems to be working pretty good so far tonight. Celebi's not doing too bad either. We've had pretty good luck so far. The last few matches, the coin flips haven't been as good for me. The first couple of matches, I was on fire. I couldn't miss. So I'm staring 2 Mewtwo EX. Okay, Servine. I'm gonna do an evolution here. Let's see what we can do to that Mew card there. I'm looking at a bunch of coin flips. Here we go. Three, 4. We'll take it. 5 out of 6. That's obviously an overkill, but it gets the job done. So, Ralts to the front, or the other Mewtwo. Right now, it's not looking too good for my opponent. Looks like a couple of the matches and hands I've just previously had. I was doing a test of this deck earlier this morning, and I had a 12 coin flip attack. That was pretty interesting. There's Gardevoir. Let's see if it's too little, too late or not. Mewtwo EX with a 50-point attack. Another Erica card. So, Erica's job is to heal this EX card. Gonna put another energy on it. It's gonna give me 8 coin flips. I need 3 out of 8 to make this work and to finish this off. 1, 2, 3, there it is. Just barely, 3 out of 8. Alright. 150 points, down goes Mewtwo. And with that, another win. Okay, let's go ahead and roll on to another match. I got probably time for about 2 more. And then I'll have a short break, and I'll be back with the Ultra Budget Blaine deck. Thank you, Skater Kid, for the match. And off and rolling again. Been making a couple of more adjustments to my motion capture. Let me just, while we're waiting, eyebrows, mouth, eyes, okay. Okay, Snivy to the active spot. That's all I can do. Let's start this battle. Alright, Sizzlepede. Pokeball. So I see fire energy over there. I'm seeing fire Pokemon come out. Okay. Arcanine coming our way. Alright, let's see what we got going. So, I'm going to assign 1 energy. At 40, if I use Giovanni, of course I don't even have enough energy. So not a whole lot I can do, so with that, I end my turn. Okay. Alright, and I haven't heard how my mic's doing tonight. Hopefully it's doing alright. Okay, what do I got going now? Servine. Got an evolution. We've got a second energy. I'm sitting on 50. Now it makes sense to go ahead and use my Giovanni. And with that, we'll return Sizzlepede back to the discard pile. Alright, 1-0 early lead, but we know that that doesn't really mean a lot. I'm noticing some extra microphone static, so I'm just trying to adjust that right now. Servine sitting with 2 energy. Growlithe in the active spot. Where is the Arcanine? It's coming to the one on the bench. Alright, Professor. I need some help. Still only 1 Pokemon on the bench until now. So let's go ahead and we got a couple things. So I got a 1 retreat for Servine if I 2 retreat if I evolve. So let's start with getting the Celebi out on the bench. Next, we're going to retreat Celebi to the active spot. Now we'll go ahead and complete our evolution. going to assign a point to my active card, which gives me 2. No need to do anything else, and with that, I'm going to throw an attack. 1 tails, 2 tails, 0. Zilch. Nothing. Nada. Alright, that didn't work out too well. Had the potential to take out that Growlithe. Just looking for Arcanine. Now, my opponent's sitting on a lot of cards, so a little bit of a brick hand for them, considering they only got 1 other card on the bench. So even if I was holding on to a red card, I definitely wouldn't want to play it right now. We had somebody play a red card when I was in this exact situation a few matches ago, and it bailed me out. I still lost the battle because it was such a horrible deal, but at least made it a little more competitive. Alright, I'm being asked to bring this Pokemon forward. Serperior to the active spot. And fighting against fire, I've always got this weakness going on. Okay, Growlithe to the front, probably going to turn into an Arcanine. We're looking at 120, so this card will be out. That was a good move by my opponent. And that ties it up at 1. My only card back to the active spot. I lost my energy feeder. Gonna go ahead and apply this energy here. And not a whole lot else I can do except attack. And with that, I think this match, I'm struggling. That puts me still 2 coin flips. We'll need, don't have a Giovanni, but I got a heal that I can recover from, so I'm still in it. They're throwing a potion to heal up that Arcanine. Ponyta, so I wonder if we got a... I wonder if there's a Blaine in there. Definitely could be a Blaine. Okay, there's an attack. Leaves me down to 10. Cutting it close. That was almost the match right there. Snivy to the bench. I know that it can do 100 points of damage, so even if I throw some heals on it, it's not going to be strong enough to handle. Although I'm going to put at least, I'm just not going to leave it at 10. It's, I'm going to set myself there, though. I'm going to go ahead and use an X speed. Going to retreat back. Put this other Snivy into the active spot. I've got a point to... opponent only has 1. So I think what I'm going to do is... since Erica is a supporter card, and I could get... I'm going to go ahead and heal my EX now. I'm going to go ahead and put this energy on it. And with that, I'm going to end my turn. So we're tied up at 1. 3 energy Arcanine sitting in the active spot for my opponent with a 2 energy Growlithe building up. And then Ponyta also sitting on the bench. Alright, and I'm facing Snivy, who's going to be knocked out here. But I'm just trying to distribute damage a little bit. No other choice. Bring that card to the active spot. Sabrina. So, let's see. Well, we know we're going for the energy, so we might as well put the energy there. So, let's go ahead and I could take out Arcanine, which is the biggest hitter, so that probably makes the most sense. So there's no sense in me using Sabrina. So with that, I'm going to attack. So I need 2 out of 4. I need 50%. The odds say I should be able to make it. But what are the odds? No. 50 points, I don't get it. And at that, the match is over. So good match by my opponent. Bad coin flips on my part. And in the end, you win some, you lose some, all by the coin flips. Waiting for my opponent. I'll give them the opportunity to finish me off. I won't concede. One more. Send me to the discard pile. We'll fit in one more match, and then I'll call it a break for a couple hours. Give me a chance to work on my technology stack a little bit more. And there it is, a defeat. Overall, though, we've been doing pretty well with this deck. Celebi EX Serperior deck. Okay, one last match. Let's end this on a good note. A good note that I've been able to at least get the stream back and functional. Happy with that. Level 29. Final match of the night for this round. I'll be back with my ultra budget Blaine deck in a couple hours. I win the coin toss. Now, that's actually kind of cool when you're playing like an Articuno Misty deck and you can actually, one punch man right out of the gate, very first turn. All right. Basic strategy. Celebi to the active spot. Snivy to the bench. We have our goal of getting Serperior on the bench and evolved as quick as possible. Celebi kind of tanks, waits for the opportunity to build up energy and then attacks. Nothing else I can do. Let's start this battle. Pikachu EX coming our way. Professor's Research. I can use that. But I would have liked to add a Pokeball there as well, but we'll take that. Sabrina, Erica. So I'm sitting on 2 Sabrina, 2 Ericas, and a Professor's Research. No energy to assign, nothing else to do. And with that, I end my turn. Okay. My opponent's sitting on a number of cards. I would assume we're going to see that bench to start filling up. Pikachu, so we must have a Pikachu Raichu and a Zebstrika. Alright, still no Pokeball. Looking for that Pokeball, but it's not there. I'm going to go straight to Professor's Research. I need some help. Come on, Professor Oak. Give me some help. Pokeball, Servine. We'll take that Servine, do an evolution on the Snivy. We'll use this Pokeball. Bring out one of the 2 remaining basics. In this case, it turns out to be Snivy. Snivy to the bench. Can't play any other supporter cards. Already played one. I'm going to assign 1 energy to my active Pokemon. And with that, my turn's done. Okay. 2 energy for my opponent. Probably looking for him to fill that 3rd bench spot, but isn't able to do it. 60 points of damage. There's my final basic Pokemon going to the bench. Now I'm sitting on 1 energy. I'm not able to get to Serperior yet. So it's probably going to make the most sense. I don't have my X speed. I think what I am going to do is a couple of things. First, I'm going to go ahead and use a Sabrina. because I know I'm not going to attack this turn. So let me kind of shuffle their hand around, or their bench. I'm going to go ahead and use this 1 energy point to retreat back, bring in the other EX into the active spot, and we'll give it that point of energy. And with that, my turn's over. So I'm on kind of the defensive right now. Not quite having the hand that I'm hoping for, but that could change with 1 card. 2 Pikachu EX, 1 Raichu. So my opponent's sitting in a pretty good spot. It's Raichu's the second evolution, Zebstrika's there. Kind of got everything that they're looking for. Down to 40, so now I'm really on the struggle bus. Okay. Still no Serperior. That's what I'm really looking for. That's what I really need. So let's start here. Again, I'm going to have to distribute damage around. No X speed either. So I'm going to go ahead and retreat. I'm going to bring this Snivy to the front. I'm going to basically sacrifice that card. I'm going to go ahead and, while I have the opportunity, use a supporter card on that one. A little bit of health. I know that at 90 points of damage, Giovanni's 100, but best I can do right now is get this one to 100, or 110, so I'm covered there, So I can always put that one back in the front to absorb 1 more Pikachu EX hit. With it having that extra, I'm going to go ahead and put this energy right there. And end my turn. So completely defensive strategy right now. I'm just trying to distribute my damage around, using my healing abilities in this deck to keep me somewhat up, and see if I can't buy myself some time to get my Serperior card on the bench and actively engaged with feeding my EX energy. So we expected that right there. So and I don't have enough energy really kind of stored up. So now I'm kind of in a hard spot here. If I bring whatever I bring forward, that one's gonna end my chance of getting energy. But I think what I'll do is do this. Whoa, that's not what I tapped. Uh-oh. Well, I tapped my 110 health EX card. For some reason, it didn't want to do that. Now I'm going to use my XP to bring it back. So I at least didn't lose any energy. Let's try this again. EX back to the active spot. Gonna go ahead and do energy. So at least now I can attack. I'm gonna use Sabrina to pull something else forward so I can have them have to do their energy a little bit different. And with that, I will attack. I'm really struggling on this particular match. Cards aren't coming my way. Coin flips aren't going my way. A lovely 0 damage attack. Waiting for my opponent. Pikachu EX deck in a great position. Bench is full. Basically firing off 90-point damage shots every turn. I haven't been able to get the cards I'm looking for. Oh, Leaf. Two less energy. Everything on the table so far has 1 energy for retreat. Interesting little mix in there. Pikachu, back to the active spot. 90-point attack probably coming my way. So I'm just kind of struggling to hold on here. entire match, I haven't been able to really create any type of offensive for me. I'm down to 20 health. Let's go ahead and heal with Erica. Let's go ahead and heal with the potion. And energy. So this is really all I'm thinking I'm going to do. This is how I end it. If I can land my 3 heads, EX is out. I've got 90 health. Either way, it's not looking good for me. And that doesn't happen. So overall, this was just kind of a demonstration of the Celebi EX deck with Serperior card. Unfortunately, it was nowhere to be found this match, and the coin flips weren't very friendly for me. And the result is a loss. I give my opponent the opportunity, though, to take me out versus conceding. They earn this win. Very nice. Good job, Adio. There's their victory. And I'll proceed. Make sure to send a thanks. And with that, that finishes it off. So let's just go ahead and review one last time what this deck looked like. And we'll close it up and hopefully catch you all in a couple hours for my budget lane deck. Alright, so here's what the build is. So this deck that I was playing tonight was 2 Snivy, 2 Servine, and 2 Serperiors, and of course 2 Celebi EX. I had 2 potions, 1 X speed, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Ericas, 1 Giovanni, and 2 Sabrinas. And that's the deck I played tonight. It'll be interesting to see how this deck shows up in the tournaments this weekend. Definitely be producing videos this week and next week on the tournament. Obviously, last week's we wouldn't see this, but can't wait to see the next 2 or 3 weeks and see how the meta shakes out. What changes are we going to see at the top? Or will we continue to see Pikachu EX with either an Arcanine variation, Volt Orb, or Zebstrika? Will Mewtwo EX Gardevoir continue to reign supreme? Or will we see Charizard EX? We saw Arcanine for a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. So thanks again for watching the stream tonight. I apologize for the late start due to some issues with my technology stack, but I think I got that all worked out. And hopefully you didn't mind the animated avatar using the facial recognition. So with that said, I hope you have a good rest of your morning, your afternoon, your night, or your evening, depending on where you are in the globe. And as always, let's battle.